Hari V Krishnan joins us. He is the CEO and also Managing Director of PropertyGuru Group. He joins us from elsewhere in Singapore. Hari, great to see you again. Good morning, and appreciate your time. So congratulations on the string of acquisitions. For what you do and your business model, scale, size matters, apparently.
Absolutely. Good morning, Martin. Thank you for having us. For us, we have been operating in these businesses now for 14 years in our markets. We have over 35 million people who visit our platform every month, over 2.8 million property listings. And I think for us, having the most scale, providing the most options, both to property seekers, but also the sellers, the agents and the developers on the other side is critical. So for a marketplace, scale is a very important part of the value proposition.
Scale is, and technology as well. You've just started integrating a heck of a lot of AI to try and improve the user experience. Describe and also explain for us what's involved and how it actually does improve the user experience.
I think, when you think about technology platforms today, as we scale up, it's important that we keep a consistent experience. And actually, the interesting thing is, as these platforms scale up, we're able to create better experiences. There's basically more information for our machines to process. Machine learning is at the core of PropertyGuru. It's not just recommendations on properties that you should look at, but also image moderation. We're able to create a better experience. As agents upload new images, we're able to sort of give them guidance on what would make it a better a listing and therefore a better experience for consumers. But it's not just about artificial intelligence. We're also seeing a huge focus on immersive content. Last year, in the middle of COVID, we saw developers here in Singapore still able to transact and engage with buyers overseas by using remote immersive content platforms such as Fastkey Storyteller, one of our products. And I think this usage of technology is only going to increase in a post-COVID era.
Yeah, property agents themselves, though, or brokers that use your service and do your listings, though. I mean, how do you, police isn't the word, but in terms of quality control, I mean, frankly, honestly speaking, I love your site, right? I use it all the time. But sometimes I'm appalled by the quality of the listings, and I'm wondering how much vetting actually goes on. Because, I mean, I've seen listings where PSF, price per square foot can come in at $1, which would, if true, make it a real screaming buy. But obviously, somebody didn't do their math.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very valid point. And this is my point. As you scale up, as I said, there are 2.8 million property listings on our platforms. If you're scaling up, manual moderation is never going to suffice. So back in 2018, actually back in 2016, we started investing in data science. By 2018, we started shipping machine learning solutions. It's a constant battle to use these platforms to educate our sellers, in this case, property agents that you talk about, to make sure that they are putting their best foot forward, making sure the content is actually authentic, it's useful. Depending on how they actually put this information, we actually provided a quality score each listing. What we're also doing on the back end is making sure that our agents have the exact same high quality data and technology experience that our seekers have. And therefore, today, there's lots of products that we have pioneered for agents. For example, they are now able to understand in which district there's a high supply and a low demand, and therefore calibrate how they go about procuring listings, procuring inventory for property seekers to find. But I think that's only one part of the puzzle. The other big part of the puzzle is affordability. And I think for our property seekers, what we're seeing is more and more are turning to platforms like PropertyGuru to get better solutions for procuring home loans. Actually, just this past week, we crossed an important milestone. Today, PropertyGuru has accounted for over 1 billion Singapore dollars of home loans. And that's just barely a year after us launching our PropertyGuru finance service here in Singapore.
Wow. So, I mean, banks must be sort of dying to tie up with you. How important are they to your business model? Obviously, the other side of the course is the other side of the equation would be developers, right?
No, I think they're very important. If you look at the stakeholders, we're at the center. We see ourselves at the center of an ecosystem that has property seekers, agents, developers, banks, and valuers. And our job is really to increase the efficiency within the workflows of all these stakeholders and transparency in the interactions between them. So today we sell software to valuers in Malaysia, to agents in all 5 markets in which we operate. We also sell software to real estate developers so that they can improve their internal processes, have greater transparency in their sales process automation, for instance. And this allows for a better experience for everyone. And most importantly, it makes sure that inventory is able to move faster. And clearly for that, everyone, as a result of that, everyone's a winner. And banks, as you point out, they are looking for technology platforms such as ourselves to facilitate new mortgages and make it available to property seekers.
So, Hari, you're scaling up very aggressively, integrating very sexy new technology like artificial intelligence, et cetera, which leads me to my last question before we let you go. Obviously, about 2 years ago, you tried an Australian listing. Didn't come to pass for a number of reasons. Are you still pursuing that route? If so, when and also where?
So I think, as I've mentioned a few times, and I think you and I have chatted about this, Martin, I think for us, capital structure, where we source our capital from is always an important part of our corporate strategy. We've been successfully able to raise money in the private sector. We've got excellent private equity backers today. But obviously for us to realize our vision, for us to continue to grow, we've got to continue to look for new avenues for us to source capital. I think public markets remain very much an option. Our governance levels, our professionalism within the organization make us public markets ready as far as we're concerned. I think for us, a critical thing is making sure we have the right partners and we get the timing right. So that is always an avenue that we will pursue. And if we were to pursue that path, we'll definitely be talking to you again, Martin.
Good answer, and looking forward to it, Hari. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Keep safe. Hari Krishnan there, CEO, Managing Director, PropertyGuru Group, joining us live.